I was dating a girl. We were on the sofa. She put her hand in the
in between, yeah.
and she pulled something, and it was like a square, like a aluminum thing looking square. She's like, "Is that a condom? Are you cheating on me?" And I looked, and it was the spice bag of a noodles.
That's funny.
She was still off, even though I'm like,
Oh my god.
it's the like the noodle.
Like when you make ramen.
Pup.
Hi.
Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of the Good Night Podcast.
You know who I ran into?
Who did you run into?
Recently, I just remembered. Remember our fan Savannah?
Yeah, you did.
I ran into her.
Where?
Marché Jean Talon over the weekend.
Oh, yes, she told me she likes going there. It's funny you bring her up because she said she wanted us to talk about something on the podcast about pet peeves. Do you have your phone?
Yes.
So, guys, we're gonna start with a new. Wow, we're jumping right in. We're gonna start with a new segment called Pet Peeves. So, if you have pet peeves, please send us your pet peeves. If you go to the Instagram of, she sent me. Damn, how many accounts you have, Gabe?
They're all broken. They're all my failed dreams.
The accounts of the broken dreams, failed dreams. All right, let's see here. So anyways, keep talking, and I'll.
Yeah, pet peeves. What are some of my?
No. But what did she say?
Oh. We ran into her in Marché Jean Talon. She's very nice. She said, "I don't want to bother you. I know you don't like talking to the public." And I'm like, "That's not true. I don't mind. The public is fine. I can talk to the public. I just don't like. Who don't I like? I don't know. I'm just shy. That's all. I'm just shy."
Should we make this race based?
Oh no. I'm just extremely shy.
Very tan people.
I love them. I love them.
So yeah, that's so awesome.
And then she was like, she was drinking some like red drink, she said, and it was very delicious.
Oh.
That's what she said. I'm like, cool. She was with this dude, this like very hairy guy. I thought it was like a really short sarag.
Oh.
But then I looked close. I think I used to work with whoever that guy was.
Ooh la la. What a small world.
At PA Supermarket back like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is that the guy? But the guy looks totally different. He's all hairy. And I'm like, I think it's him. And then, which is very odd.
Your hair, man. That's how she's like, oh, I like this hair. Let's listen to the podcast.
But she was very, very nice.
I know.
She didn't look anything like how I imagined her. I thought she would look very like, normal, She seemed very cool and funky. She was out there.
Yeah,
and
we
wild.
have cool, hot fans. I always say.
I just assume people are like, like a person sitting down wearing a tie and like a pantsuit.
We have some of those.
Oh yeah.
It's funny. The Montreal Guardian. She's like, "Hey, can I write about your podcast?" Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Sure." She's like, "Who listens to your podcast?" I'm like, "Cool guys and really hot chicks. This is our fan base. Guys with huge and really hot, smart." Women with
hard cock
with big as well. Everyone got a big cock. If you listen to this podcast, damn it, 5 minutes in, I'm gonna have to censor 6 words.
She was very nice, and I thank you, and I hope to run into you again.
Yeah. Okay. Next time, you just keep a couple of pins with her. Give her a pin. She deserves a pin.
Yes. For some reason, I thought she didn't live in Montreal. I thought she lived like on Mars or whatever. How come she's never been to a show? How come you've never been to a show?
She always says that she's
you work at night.
She's one of those workers.
Night walkers.
That sounds very...
Night workers, I mean.
That's even worse, Gabe. Let's stop calling our fans night workers. I literally prefer bunhos over night workers.
Night workers.
So anyways, she messes the pitch. She's like, I have a thing that pisses me off. I have a thing. She's like, "Oh, so I am probably Montreal's #1 fan, but I do have one peeve as a pet peeve. I think it would be fun to hear you guys talk about it if you have any opinions on it. My pet peeve is that when you walk down the street in Montreal on the sidewalk, when I walk on the left side of the sidewalk, about 20% of people will cross from the other side of the street to start to walk right into me, trying to get me to move, and it's so aggressive."
I hate that.
It only happened in the city, nowhere else in Canada.
No.
As well, there's always big groups in the middle of the sidewalk is where tourist city, but every other city in Canada, people are more conservative and nobody interacts on sidewalks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what I mean. one side of the street, one sidewalk. I'm walking on it.
I think she did voice the text.
Savannah.
Seems like voice the text.
The person on the same sidewalk from the opposite direction will walk towards me instead of keeping to their proper side. Anyhow, just a suggestion.
I think this sentence needs like some Pythagorean theorem or something. Feels like one of those.
I understand what she's saying. So
like
basically,
SAT test or something.
when someone is walking, I'm trying really hard not to criticize our fans. No, but I think I understand what you're saying. When someone's walking, they don't go like. They just keep walking.
They keep walking. You play chicken.
Oh, Savannah, they're playing chicken with you.
Yeah.
They're like, ooh, who's
I hate
gonna?
that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate that.
They're testing your coolness.
Yeah, you know what I hate more than anything?
All right, again, let's go back.
No.
How tan or how big are their noses?
Sidewalk people, slow walkers. And also, so I walk along with Claire. Claire is the Wiley or the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
She's flying.
Beep, beep.
I've gone faster since I've met her. She's walked so much faster than me.
She has those long legs.
So long.
She takes huge steps.
And then every once in a while, when I go on a walk or like I'm walking with somebody that walks at a normal pace, I'm like, what? This person is so slow. And I get so mad. I remember like going on a walk with like my brother and my cousin. My brother's a normal walker. My cousin can't walk for like he can't walk at all. Like he's like, and I realize it's because he has to get knee surgery.
Oh.
So I feel bad. I was like, what the is wrong? He's like, I need knee surgery. I'm like, oh. Like at one point, I snapped. Snappy Gabe came out
Snappy Gabe. Oh,
because
yeah.
it was like all day. I was trying to do something, and he's walking all.
And yeah, and he's
all
filming
day.
you for free. How dare he? How dare he be cheap labor? Well, actually, slave labor and be slow.
I feed him.
Yeah, you give a croissant.
I feed him hot dogs.
A cronut, I think it's called a cronut.
Ooh,
Is that what we had?
The
cronut, the one we had at Duc de Lorraine.
What was it? Was the New York roll? No.
Yeah, the New York roll.
Cronut?
I think it's called the cronut.
Those are so good.
So good, but so rich. It's crazy.
So rich. Not recent, like maybe like a month ago. I had one. It was like, what was it? A cronut? It's like a cruller nut. A cruller donut.
Ooh.
So it was like cruller, but it was all like circular with a hole. It was so good, and it made me poop so quick. Like
really,
like all the sugar hit me, and I had to shit immediately.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I bet you could have eaten the poop.
Yeah.
It's the sugar just.
It's like when crackheads drink their piss.
Oh, they do?
They're like, whoa! It's like a double hit of crack.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know they do that with magic mushrooms. I'm like, just take more mushrooms. Mm-hmm. Why are you drinking your piss?
Why are you drinking your
piss?
Just
instead of taking 1 gram of mushroom, pissing, and then drinking, take 2 grams of mushroom.
Yeah.
And then don't drink your piss.
Don't drink your piss.
Imagine you're high on shrooms and you're like, oh, glug. Oh, wow, now I see God.
Yeah.
No, you smell like piss from the mouth.
Yeah.
You're only supposed to smell like piss from one hole. Not even. Your penis doesn't smell like piss.
It's disgusting.
Your penis doesn't smell like piss. Now your breath smells like piss.
I saw a video. It was
what?
It was a crackhead.
I
know, this is crazy. It was a crackhead, and he was teaching people how to get high off his piss fumes. He says he does crack, pisses in he has like 10 water bottles filled with crack piss, puts it next to a fan, and so the piss air wafts up, goes into the fan, and he says he feels high again.
Whoa.
Isn't that disgusting? What type of video is that?
That says more about you than the crackhead.
What type of video is that? Who shoots
What did you Google? How did you?
It was on Reddit.
Oh, man.
Under DIY.
You're like, I have all this piss. What am I supposed to do with it? Like, oh, you start smoking crack.
Oh, it was disgusting.
Listen, when you do drugs like this, hey, c'est la vie. You know, you gotta. He's frugal. He's a frugal crackhead. You don't know. Yeah. You're a frugal man.
I know. I do. That's why I watched the video.
If you want to save, you're like, okay, if I start doing crack, how can I save as much money as possible?
Ooh.
So to go back to the sidewalk thing, I think. Listen, you just have to accept. First of all, she's a lady, so a lot of guys will use this excuse maybe to talk to her. She seems pretty, so maybe like, oh, let me see if I can interact with her. Man. Second of all, as you said, people sometimes they play chicken.
Yeah.
Third of all, people they just everyone's in their own mind, so no one is thinking about
Yeah.
I think when she said, "Oh, they changed their way to be in front of me," I think now you're just assuming that what they're doing is to bother you, but I think they're just living in a completely different universe than you, and you're just finding a way to. You're trying to find a way to justify their actions involving you, but most of the times their actions have nothing to do with you. They're just living
Yeah.
in their completely different universe. I have a theory that we live in a multi-universe.
Uh-huh.
I think every person has his own universe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Every person is his own universe. That's why the notion of multi-universe makes sense to me. Like in your universe, in your mind, wow, the stories you create, the things you do, that's a whole universe that if I were to go in, I'd be like, what the? Nothing makes sense because in my universe, I'm the center of my
You
universe.
have your own
Yeah.
terrorism ideas.
Don't shut up, bro. Cut the podcast. Yay! Yeah. No, but you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So my pet
totally-
peeve. My pet peeve.
Mhm.
You like to go to restaurants, Gabe. You're making a career out of it right now.
Yeah. Restaurants.
I went to a few restaurants the past couple of weeks, and my pet peeve is that when you order something with a sauce, and they deliver the sauce, like the sauce next to the thing,
Yeah.
and it's fridge temperature sauce.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like you go
yeah.
to an Indian restaurant,
Mhm.
you order a samosa, some onion bhaji, and then they bring you that brown tamarind sauce.
Yeah.
But they just got
Frozen.
it out of the
The
fridge.
Yeah.
So you dip like really hot onion bhaji with the
Mhm.
spices, and you're like, ooh, and you dip it in a cold sauce. You're
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah, that is annoying.
What?
That is annoying.
Put it out.
You leave it out.
Leave it out. Put it under that light that creates heat in the
Yeah.
restaurant. Heat. Not. I don't want it heat. I don't want it hot.
Just leave it out.
Room temperature.
Yeah.
Sauces should be delivered at room temperature.
Does it require to even be cold? Is it like a?
Well, because they put it in the fridge for health, for they don't want microbes or whatever.
I guess what they could do is a rotated. 10 go in. No, 10 go out. 10 go in. 10 go out. 10 go in. You know, like
I'm trying to imagine what you're trying to say here.
So let's say like
Yes.
you have a fridge.
Yes.
You're like this. We have 1,000 little things.
It's not. But I don't think. No, that would be no. They don't have. They have a bottle and they go, and then they.
Oh, so the bottles in the fridge.
The bottles in the fridge.
Okay. Then they gotta leave
Bottles.
one. Make 2 bottles. Leave
Yeah.
one out.
No, you don't have to have the whole bottle at room temperature. The serving that is served to the person in the cup of the sauce, put it under the heat lamp or leave it
Heat
out.
lamp?
Yeah, restaurants they have a heat lamp.
That's not to heat things up.
Yes, it is.
No.
I put my head under it and it's hot.
No, but
like, I
it's not
shouldn't.
meant. It's not meant to like. It's meant like for the.
Yeah,
for
servers
the
come.
pass.
They come. He takes it.
They're never like this high. So, like a bottle is typically like that high, right?
But again, why are you thinking of the bottle? The sauce that is served to you is served in a little sauce.
so wait, so the
saucer.
whole thing's gonna be sauces on the pass?
No, just when you order something. Okay, this guy
Ah.
ordered sauce. Put it under. I just want it to be room temperature.
Okay, I guess. I don't know. 'Cause Chefs
Don't
not,
open a restaurant.
Chefs do not like when you touch the pass. Also,
touch their what?
It's called the pass under the light.
Yeah.
When I used to work at a restaurant,
Yeah.
it would be like they would put the plates and they wanted the plates on. They wanted them gone immediately.
Yeah.
They're like, get this out. And if you leave it long,
Gotta have a sauce.
they
sauce
need
pass.
It needs its own sauce pass.
Sauce pass. We need a sauce pass
Sauce
just
pass.
for make the. Listen, some things are not meant to be hot.
Mm.
For example, garlic sauce. Like you go to a Lebanese restaurant,
Yeah.
garlic sauce. If it's like warm, you're like, ugh. It's like because it's like made of mayonnaise or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be hummus. Room temperature. Room temperature hummus
temperature.
is so much
I-
better than cold temperature.
Yeah, I always have it in my fridge. Why do I have it in my fridge?
Well, yeah, because it goes bad.
But I once got this really good canned hummus. Amazing.
Yes.
Canned hummus. I
So
don't know
much cheaper, too.
So, and it was so much better than the shit I
So
get at
much better,
Walmart.
yeah.
And it was room temperature. And I just had it. And then I had to put it in the fridge. But whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Room temp. What did I have yesterday? I went to eat some pho.
Mm-hmm.
You know pho?
I love pho.
Pho is so good. I always order spring rolls with my pho.
Mm-hmm.
And I ordered a spring roll. And I had chicken spring roll and a shrimp roll.
Mm.
And the chicken one was hot. Man, I don't know. I don't know if you burped, but I just smelled food and I got hungry. So I don't know what you ate, but I want to eat that
Chicken.
now. Oh my god. Oh, perfect.
It was
Oh my
good.
god, this is a 3D podcast. Words,
Yeah.
sight, and smell. You can't have that over Zoom. I can't hear. I can't smell your burps
Oh, no.
over Zoom, Gabe.
Oh, what am I going to do?
So, anyways, so he delivered, and the spring roll they come with like a peanut sauce.
Yeah.
The peanut sauce was cold.
Ooh, sorry.
No.
Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, that sucks. Yeah. You went
Room
to
temperature sauces, guys. From now on.
Fuzz what? Vietnamese?
Yes.
Ooh. Fuzz always. Anytime anyone suggests pho, I'm like, no, I want a steak, I want chicken.
Yeah.
I always forget. Pho is amazing.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yes.
It's not that it's underrated. It's highly rated, but unsuspectingly good.
It's surprisingly good
Yeah.
because if you look at it,
Yeah.
it's like, whoa, the meat is not cooked.
Yeah, you're like, what
You
am
know,
I
the
doing?
sauce is grayish.
Yeah.
Blood. Like, what the?
Yeah, and then you're like,
and then you're like,
oh
and you're
my
like,
God.
ooh, so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I went with my friend who's Vietnamese. He lives in Korea now, but he was
Oh.
visiting Montreal.
Cool.
So, and he literally has a brand called Uncle Pho, where he just judges pho's, and he goes, it gets a pass or
Wow.
no pass, and he's like, this one gets a pass. It was good.
Uncle Pho?
Uncle Pho.
That's cool.
I know. He's my Vietnamese. I went to university with him,
Oh, that's cool. Uncle Pho.
and yeah, he's
Which Vietnamese place did you go to?
somewhere on Jerry.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
As I said, they just it was interesting. The kitchen staff, they were Vietnamese, but the waiter, French.
Makes
It's like
sense.
reverse
Doesn't require.
racism.
Yeah. It.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's put the help. Because
Yeah.
the owner was in the kitchen.
Oh wow.
And he was like, ching chong,
Hiya.
ching chong, bada bing bong.
Hiya.
Ninja star. Just throwing ninja stars cutting the meat.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was good. It was good. Then I went to a new shisha place. It's the second time I go there. Or third time. Second time. So there's a new illegal shisha place
What? That's cool.
on Saint Hubert.
It's
And,
weird. So Arabic
yeah.
people typically do not like doing illegal stuff. That's how I.
That's all we do is illegal
No,
stuff.
but like if it's like a public business, they want to do like if it's illegal, it's gonna be like in a bunker somewhere hidden. But if it's like a business,
Yeah.
they want to. They're like, no, come, it's nice, legit.
Well, it
you
looks
know?
legit. Legit. It looks legit. But I think just to open a shisha place, you're not allowed to open shisha places.
Why?
Because you need like a special permit, and apparently the city isn't delivering new permits.
Oh, that's
So I've been walking next to it for the past months. And it looked really dingy, but I guess now they have a little bit of money, so they upgraded. It looks very nice. The shisha is good. I went there; it was nice. Smoking shisha. You know, Guillaume had the best line. He says the place is just full of men. He's like, the women washrooms in this place are purely decoration. They don't have running water. I saw you walking, and it's like 30 men just. You pay cash.
Wow.
They have like cans of Pellegrino. That's it. It's a very
Oh, wow.
interesting place. I'll take you there if you want to go.
Did-
It's nice.
yeah,
Smoke some shisha.
Did they?
Shisha's good.
Yeah. No, but did they? Oh, I was gonna say. So it was filled with people.
There was like about 30 people.
That's
on
a lot of people.
on a Monday night.
Whoa.
Yeah. Maybe not 30. Maybe 20. Maybe 15.
That's
maybe
amazing.
just five.
That's out of all the sushi places I've ever seen in my life, that's the most amount of people I've ever seen.
Really?
Like when we went to
No.
Berlin, it would be like there would be 4,000 shisha restaurants
Yeah.
and 30 customers.
Yeah.
It would be like 0.5 customers per shisha place.
Also, we were going at like 3 in the
Yeah,
afternoon
true, you're right,
on a
you're right.
Tuesday.
Yeah, you're right.
Germans, they work. That's
Yeah,
all they do.
yeah,
They
yeah,
just
you're
they're
right.
working all the
That's
time.
Sure. You're 100%
Yeah. Yeah, we weren't going at like Saturday night.
Yeah, when you're on vacation, your concept of like time
Yeah.
is not
No, it's
no.
that's how I hope I could always live my life.
Like woohoo.
Also, I was thinking if money allows it, let's say I go to your wedding,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to go to Egypt again.
Wow.
That's it. Because now they changed the laws. I can get the visa online.
Easy again.
There's no war happening.
No.
So maybe yeah. So maybe we'll go. Let's say we do like a tour of Berlin. Sorry, a tour of
Oh.
Germany,
Oh, I want to go to Germany again.
and then
Miss Germany.
I'll go. I'll go get
Egypt.
kidnapped on Mount Sinai.
Oh my god, that's so crazy.
We need to start literally like. Are you going on a honeymoon?
Probably not right away.
So what's your schedule? So you get married in July.
July, 3rd.
July 3rd, you get married. What happens on July 4th?
I think July 4th is the Sunday. Just hanging. There's a little
Okay,
hang.
5, 6, 7, 8.
I
Are you?
have no idea.
Okay.
No.
so
nothing.
nothing
planned.
planned.
Nothing planned.
So let's say we decide to go to Berlin. Let's say July 5th. You'll be like, all right, let's.
I don't know. I
No.
cannot guarantee you
Oh,
this
yeah,
right
yes.
now at all. Like I have no idea. I might be dead. I don't know. I might be myself.
Please don't.
I might.
First of all, let's unalive yourself.
I know.
Is,
Yeah, you're right.
This
Oh,
is more important than your life, Gabe.
know.
Censor yourself.
I know. I've been thinking that.
What?
Actually, no, these are really dark thoughts. Anyway, whatever. Never
About
mind.
yourself?
Not unaliving. I was telling Claire, like, you know, when you get depressed, like really, really depressed, and you think like it would be so much easier if I just wasn't alive. Not that I would do it
Yeah.
to myself. That like if I just went
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
it would be so much easier for like. But then it's like in your head you think because you're so depressed that you think it's easier for everyone around you, but it's not. It makes it everyone's like really sad and shit,
Yeah.
hopefully and stuff. But you don't think about that.
No, of course.
Yeah.
When
And then you snap
when
out
you're
of it.
depressed,
Yeah.
you stop thinking about other people becomes a chore.
Mm-hmm.
When it's not, because if you look at your life, you're surrounded by people who love you.
Yeah,
Truly.
and you lose sight of that.
You know what I mean?
All the time. Like
Yeah, but that's depression. It's like catching a cold or whatever.
Yeah,
what I mean? So you think that other people are a chore. Other people thinking of you as a chore
As a
because
chore, yeah.
you thinking about you is a chore
Yeah.
and you hate it.
Yeah.
But no, it would be terrible. I think if you're
I know.
depressed, just remember, oh yeah, look, I'm surrounded by people who love me.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, if I kill myself, it would hurt them. Like, all right, I shouldn't do it.
No. So I'm not
Also, aren't you lazy to kill? I mean, I thought about it.
lazy to
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's like
really,
easy.
it's really.
What's there to do? You just,
Well, you gotta find a knife that's sharp.
it's not that. I find knives
And
all the time.
It would hurt.
Yes, that's what I don't want to do. That's why I don't want to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I don't want to die. I want to be alive. I like being alive. Day to day.
Good. Yeah, cured. All right, that's it. We cured.
Yeah.
So funny. We were talking about last week you were telling me like, oh, I'm just tired of stand up, blah blah blah. And I told you like, oh, I'm tired as well.
Mm-hmm.
So last weekend I had a very interesting weekend.
Okay.
So I went to Ottawa and I had shows on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Cool.
And Thursday was a heckling show.
Oh,
So
what the fuck?
So you go on stage, and for the first time in a really long time, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to prepare. I know what I'm gonna talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be loosey goosey.
Cool.
See what happens. Plus, it's a heckling show, so
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah. People.
you can't stick because people are gonna interrupt you, and people interrupted me. It was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a fun set.
Did you record that?
When I have my tripod, so I recorded on something. So it's.
Okay. How
I mean, I recorded using something. It was
any good
so fun.
heckles?
Yeah, people called me a. I'm like, I'll your kids. I'll your kids. I'll the child that is inside your wife right now.
Whoa, that's funny. Damn, pedophile.
You're like, duh. I'm like, I don't care.
Oh no, sorry. I've tried burping in my shirt. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. My nose is a bit blocked,
Okay.
so I get faint food. So it was so fun. It was so fun to be heckled, and I'm like, man, we should have like an insult show because I insult people very well.
Yeah. I did this fundraiser for the Comedy on the Well.
Oh, you did that? Okay, yeah. How was that?
It was fun. I was up first, dude. I was like riffing, killing, blah blah blah. The whole time they said there's kids somewhere in this. There's kids around. I'm like, okay, whatever. There's kids because they're in this room. They like lock them in this one area. They're far away. They got out.
Oh no!
And a lot of people in the audience, they saw the kids. And you know the joke where the punchline is, I go, like literally kids walk out. All they hear is and everybody pulled back so like a pin.
Yeah, of course.
Like and I'm like, are you guys pulling back because there's kids here? And they're like, yeah. And then I just kept on going harder. I just kept on going.
Commit to the bit.
And then I was like, well, everybody has sex, you know? I'm like, sir, are you with your lovely lady? He's like, that's my sister. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm like, and I was, dude, and it was like the most, like, I felt like the most filthiest, disgusting. I felt like, oh, I'm usually goofy, but in this moment, I felt like the most disgusting animal I've ever. Like I remember, like I do a joke or like my double-sided baby. I didn't go. Part of the joke is I take my two fingers. I go. Blah, blah, blah. I tell them. So my biggest laughs were me telling them the parts that I cut out of the joke. I'd be like, I left this part out because I don't want to.
You adapt. That's a sign of. But
it's so funny because I'm on the show with like pretty clean acts, like Marion Mandruzak's pretty clean, and then Lawrence Korber, and I'm like going, and I feel like I'm an animal, degenerate, disgusting, and they look at me all like, what the hell is that?
The comedians or the crowd?
The comedians in my
cares?
head, you know, and I'm like,
as long as you're killing,
and I'm
who
like,
cares?
what? I was like, I felt like, oh, and then I'm listening to them, and they're like talking about the most nice. They're like, my husband, he's a baby, like my kid, and I'm like, oh my god, all right, I gotta get out of here. I just like fingered my asshole for like.
Yeah, you can't think that way. You can't. No, you just listen. The goal is to get laughter.
Yeah.
And to be original.
Yeah.
And you got laughter by being original.
Yeah. I know. You just feel like,
Did you feel you had a good set?
yeah, I felt
That-
pretty
that's
good, but I also felt like I had to get them back, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
part of the
yeah.
job. It's
I
a
know.
job, you know.
Yeah.
It's not a video where you can edit the bad
No.
parts out. You're
Yeah.
literally, you're alive.
Yeah, I
You're-
know. You
You're in
forget
the
that.
present moment, and you're like, let's get the.
I know.
And I told you, like, I've been having difficulties being in the present moment on stage because I'm doing longer sets now, and I'm like very structured.
Yeah.
Saturday, so Friday I did yuck yucks. It was okay. You had a couple of people who were like, you know, when I call them witches now. People are like,
Yeah.
you need I need you to see my face of
Yeah, I hate that.
disgust. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, it's funny. I was talking to another comic and they just kept avoiding that side.
Oh, wow.
I was watching her. I'm like, and then I spoke to her. She's like, yeah, I didn't want to see them. So I'm like, I kept
The witches.
making these people and the
Yeah.
witches. They're like, why do you want to put a spell on me, you
Yeah.
witch?
Oh, I hate that.
Disgusting. It's okay. Some people, I'm learning like you can't. It's so hard, man. This whole job. I don't know how many arts where you're like you have to adapt in the moment like this.
Yeah.
So I'm learning like not to be afraid. Like okay, she's going like those witches are going through their own thing.
Uh-huh.
I can't let them affect
Yeah.
the happiness of others and my
No.
happiness.
And if they're not saying anything and they're just, it's just their look.
If they're saying something, it's great
Yeah.
because now I can make
Yeah, yeah,
fun
yeah,
of
yeah.
them. Like one of the
It's
girls
true.
said something because I have a joke about dating younger women, and I said whatever, and she's like, I'm like, well, are you jealous? And she was like, oh no.
She couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle the pressure.
I'm the guy with the
Yeah.
wit. You can't outwit me, witch.
Uh-huh.
So, anyways, Saturday, and this is where you know I pull out like I become you, not you, but like I feel you now.
Okay.
Saturday was a drunk show,
Oh.
so you had to like be tipsy or drunk before you go on stage.
Oh.
And you know me, Gabe. I've never done that.
So
ever.
what? Oh, so everybody, all the comedians get drunk, the host gets drunk, the audience gets drunk.
The bar guy was like, you can do whatever you want.
Mhm.
Like I'm not gonna force you to drink. I'm like, no, I want.
Yeah.
Because like the premise is that the comics they come do their darkest material if they want, and you know they'll be a bit tipsy.
Mm-hmm.
So you know me, I get tipsy very quickly.
Yeah, just one tequila.
I had 2 tequila shots,
Whoa.
and I ate 4 eggs or whatever, and
Uh-huh.
like a couple. So my stomach wasn't full. I had 2 tequila shots,
Mhm.
and I had them. And the second I got on stage, I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Really?
Oh, buddy. So my rhythm was better.
Oh, wow.
I was like silky smooth. I said a couple of
Oh, wow.
I came up with like 2 taglines,
Wow.
2 jokes. My
Uh-huh.
crowd work was fun. My rhythm, just the rhythm. I was speaking slower because I didn't want to
Yeah, fuck shit up.
mumble my words. Even that, I mumble a few words.
Mhm.
No, I tried to do like a act out. I'm like, oh, I'm too drunk for act out. Like no one got it. But it's as
Yeah.
if bypass my brain completely.
Mhm.
I get now people who drink alcohol and go on stage.
Mm,
I
yeah.
literally bypassed all my fear, all the things that make you human.
Yeah.
You just forget them completely,
Wow.
and you're like, oh, I'm just wild, and I wasn't
Yeah.
wild. I was just no fears,
Uh-huh.
no. Oh, I shouldn't say this. I
Yeah.
shouldn't say that. Maybe a joke, a punchline didn't land as hard. I don't care. I know another one is coming. I'm like, oh, alcohol as a tool.
Dude.
Because I use weed as a tool
Uh-huh.
to write, but now I'm like, oh, alcohol as a tool is also. But afterwards, I took a nap for like 20 minutes in the back of the bar.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I was like, came off stage and like, and I just like for like 10 minutes closed my eyes.
Oh my god.
and then I'm like, I'm like, hey, can I have some nachos? I'm like, oh, the kitchen's closed, but here I can give you like donuts or
Mhm.
a hot dog or popcorn. I'm like, I'll have everything.
Okay. dude.
So I just started eating just disgusting food. Just from myself, like, all right, like everything. You
And
have
this
to
is
be
in
careful.
between shows?
No. There was only one show on
Oh,
Saturday.
okay.
So
'cause
after I went bullet because I wanted to drive back
Okay.
to Montreal.
Yeah.
I didn't want to drive drunk. But my God, so fun.
Okay,
Just
okay.
the things that I was saying, and I'm gonna try to fake being tipsy from now on. You know,
Okay.
or like that nonchalance,
Yeah.
discomfort of like I don't care.
Yeah, that's
I'm the
fun.
boss. Like I don't like
Yeah.
nothing can happen. I can get fired. I'm really enjoying not being ill prepared, but being more spontaneous.
Mhm.
Just allowing myself because I want to. I told you I was losing the fun
Mhm.
of performing, so I'm like, oh, this is nice. I'm gonna do that more now. Just I know what I'm gonna talk about. Doesn't have to be structured word per
No.
word. Be loosey goosey.
Yeah.
Be prepared being loosey goosey.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So fun. Look, I get now why you used to drink so much before you go on stage.
Well, I don't know why I drank so much. Honestly, I
The
wish I could
effect
remember.
was so good.
I just would. The thing is, I would drink regardless. Like if I was performing and not performing.
Well, you probably wanted to have that feeling off stage as well. This
yeah.
whatever happiness alcohol brought
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I mean, the effect is great.
Yeah,
if
I really do.
Until it becomes horrible, the
Yeah.
effect is great.
Yeah, because
So maybe you were looking for that also as well off stage.
Yeah, maybe. Also, like, if any bad feeling you have, at least for me, it kind of goes away. Like any stress,
Yeah.
you have enough. Like I was watching, there's like this old sitcom. The guy lost his job, and he's like, "Write down this is horrible, but give me 3 more beers in 3 hours. I'll be like, hey, this is great. Like you could take, like you can get fired. Girlfriend leaves you. All this. If you get drunk enough, you're like, yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
It's interesting. It's funny that something exists that gives
Mhm.
you that, but if you abuse it, it will destroy your life
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah. Oh man. I really,
No, isn't it interesting that this exists?
yeah.
Apparently, animals get drunk too. Apparently,
Oh, they like
like
fermented fruit.
fermented fruit or whatever, and
Yeah.
they're like, woo!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny. There's not a lot of like you can do a little bit of crack. And
Yeah.
like it's screw you up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to. Maybe do you have any urine that I can smell? But yeah, it was such an interesting thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
To do it now, and I did like 18 minutes. It was great.
Wow, drunk or tipsy, or whatever. Oh, that's
Tipsy.
amazing. That's fun.
And I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, what's up?
What's up, boys?
Horse,
Yeah.
dudes.
Did you get sober on stage?
No, I told you. I after I got off stage, even though, I finished myself, like, I'm gonna go take a nap. I literally said that. I'm gonna go, and I went to the back. I just took a nap. Woke up like 10, 15 minutes later,
Wow.
and then ate, and then I'm like, all right. I had a Diet Coke. I'm like, all right.
You drive now.
And then I'm okay to drive. And then it was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm ready to do it high, because I did it high once. It was not fun. I was really, because when I'm high, I'm always in my head.
Yeah.
And I guess when I'm drunk, I'm just outside of my head.
Yeah, high is hard. I did comedy high once, and I was like, hey.
I did it at the Art Loft.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah.
I took a hit. I remember Quinn going, Amer, what are you doing? I'm like, and I just start sweating. Oh my God. Don't smoke weed and go
Yeah,
on stage.
that's bad.
Unless your brain is different than mine.
Unless it's a TED Talk. Then it's fun.
Yeah? You would do a TED Talk high?
No, I don't know. I was trying to. I don't know why, because I saw Jim Mancini's
Yeah,
doing a TED Talk, and
yeah.
I was like, maybe he's high.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't look like the type of
No,
guy
it
who
doesn't.
does drugs.
Yeah.
You can have 14 pack, I guess. And
Yeah,
drunk,
maybe not.
You know what I mean? He's so
Yeah.
sexy, this boy. He's a sexy
Yeah.
boy.
I watched the part of the Mike Tyson fight.
I did, yes.
Yeah, and or like leading up to it even a little bit. It was on Netflix. It was pretty, and I was like, it was a very disappointing fight. I thought, like,
Extremely disappointing.
very like kind of crappy and terrible and
Yeah.
very kind of but Mike's has an ass was pretty cool though.
Yeah, it's nice.
Mike's it wasn't.
Well,
It was
it's
gigantic ass.
Yeah.
It was like 2 of my asses. It was huge.
Yeah.
It was like this wide.
This
it
is
was crazy.
all his power comes from that ass.
I've never seen
That
an ass like-
knockout power comes from that ass.
But dude, they did such a good job hyping it up.
That fight was a marketing lesson for me.
Crazy.
Like from now, the next show I'm gonna do, I'm gonna slap you in the face,
Yeah.
and then people are like, "Oh my God, this is like marketing wise."
Yeah.
I have a theory that like you'd be on Instagram and then some page will show like him training.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
page.
It was just that.
I have a feeling all these things, 90% of them must be just accounts that were created just to promote the fight.
Mhm. For
So
sure.
it's not like me or you, like, oh, I love this fight so much.
Yeah.
I love Mike Tyson. I'm going to make a video. Everything,
Yeah.
guerrilla marketing.
Yeah.
Online guerrilla marketing.
Yeah, they
Just
make it
create an
seem-
account.
Like make it throw an inspirational quote on there.
Yeah.
Some music.
Mike Tyson. Oh,
bang, bang,
yeah.
bang. Them putting them side by side.
Yeah.
Bang, like showing them. And you see like Mike Tyson training. And he's like punching. He's super fast. And I watched the first episode of the documentary. Remember they put out like a 3-part documentary on Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul just before the fight. I saw the first episode. It was all about Mike Tyson's up and coming. I'm like, dude, Mike Tyson's gonna, because in your head you think that's the same Mike Tyson. I was like, it's the same Mike Tyson.
No.
There's no way you cannot. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, is he that old?
Dude, 2 years ago, he fought Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
And he was nimble. He was like
Right,
a
that's what I
leopard.
thought.
And then you see this fight. He's like, "Ugh." He should have fought him with a cane. That's how old Mike Tyson looked.
Because I remember the Roy Jones, and I'm like, okay, if it was similar to that, like
gonna
you
be a
can
nice
see,
fight,
you can
yeah.
like see him really like
Yeah.
having a back and forth.
Listen, the conspiracy theorists are saying that the fight was rigged.
Yeah,
And let me tell you something.
it probably is.
I think he was biting the glove just so he doesn't punch him in the face. Like, you know when you,
Yeah, he's like,
you know, have you ever hang out with children?
yeah, I
And
know.
you're like,
You're like, I just want to hit you.
and they're like pissing you off, and you just want to,
yeah,
like that
yeah.
feeling. I think it was him doing this. I'm like, oh my God.
Because Jake Paul could have like teed off. Even like Rosie Perez was like, "How come Jake Paul's not just knocking him out?" And then like the other announcers, I forgot who they were. They were like, "I hope not. Like I don't want to see that. Like not Mike Tyson knocked out."
Listen,
It was
the
so
only
depressing.
loser in this fight was us.
Yes,
That's the
I
only.
felt depressed after. I was like, "This sucks, dick,"
Yeah.
and it made me watch because I use this website that basically you can
Crack streams?
Yes.
Yeah.
Crack Streams rules. Crack Stream rules. The next time I watched the UFC, that was amazing. John Jones.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to see an actual black man, and he's like out of your nightmares. This guy is scary. He's really scary, dude. I never like he fucked up.
And he's also a fighter.
Yeah, and he's also a fighter. He's really scary. And then I went to bed. No, but oh my god, dude, he would be your night because he seems insane. Like he's out of the ring, he seems like he would kill you and then go.
Oh, really? Because like when he's outside the ring, I'm like, oh, he's like, he always looks tired. I find all
Yeah.
these fighters when they're not in the ring, they're like, "Ugh,
Yeah,
I'm training
yeah,
for 10
yeah.
hours." They're like, "Ugh."
But in between those, well, he was suspended like 3-4 times. He like
Oh, yeah,
beat his
listen,
wife, tons of cocaine.
he was able to make money with his psychopathic
Yeah.
brain,
Ooh, he's
which is
scary.
what I hope every person who is like him.
Mm-hmm.
Because this guy, if he hasn't found MMA, he'd be in prison in the ass. Like
Yeah,
it would
woo.
be a murder.
He's so big and scary.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. All these guys,
And now also
not even just the black ones, even like the white ones are scary.
dude, what doesn't Stipe? Stipe was weird looking, scary, big, scary guy too.
Is he white?
Yeah,
Oh, Stipe Miocic.
yeah.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
They're all quite
I
scary.
told you the story once about. Okay, I'll say it again. Maybe you can make it real.
Okay.
So when I used to do boxing, I used to do boxing at TriStar. TriStar is one of the best MMA gyms in the world. Okay, and I used to always microdose magic mushrooms
Okay.
before I would go to class because I felt very present. I was very in the moment. I felt my reflexes were better.
Right.
And also just, I don't know, I enjoyed it. So I would just pop like 0.3 grams, 0.4 grams of mushrooms. And then I would time it so that the second the class starts,
Yeah.
bam!
You're like loose.
I'm high. I'm a little high. I'm present. I see everything perfectly. The colors were brighter. My reflexes were better. So I always timed it perfectly. So one day I pop my, 0.5 grams or whatever. I get there and the class is late. So I'm like, all right. So I guess I'll, and the effect was starting to kick in.
Whoa. Okay.
So as the effect is kicking in, I'm looking around and I see they have the cage at the TriStar, and the cage I see this gigantic man, terrifying looking, dude. He was so scary, terrifying, and he's training with the head coach,
Okay.
Firas, and then the second head coach, and he's just hitting the pads, and everyone is sitting all around and they're watching him. They're sitting maybe 3 meters from the cage,
Whoa.
and they're just watching him because I'm like, oh, that's a professional UFC fight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never seen him ever in my life.
Oh.
And I've seen George St. Pierre there all the time.
Okay.
And George is like, hey, I want
Was
you.
it John
but-
Jones? Because he trained
No,
there for a
it's not-
bit.
It's not John Jones.
Oh.
So I'm just like, who the hell is that? Just terrifying. Now here's the thing. I'm high on mushrooms. So everyone's sitting 3 meters away studying this guy. I'm sitting this close from the cage. I'm like, mesmerized.
That's great. Yeah.
Mesmerized
Yeah.
by this guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, wow. And I'm like, I swear, I think I started to drool a little bit.
Okay.
I was wearing my glasses. I'm like a child. Dude,
Yeah.
he is already terrifying on mushrooms.
Yeah.
He was even bigger than who he is normally. Now, the story would end better if I remembered his name.
Oh, was it
Uh,
Ngannou?
He was Ngannou size,
Okay.
but not black.
Oh, not black.
Not black. He was.
Why did I imagine black the whole time?
Well, that's your.
Why did I-
That's your universe. Remember, we were
Yeah.
talking universes. And so anyway, so I'm like, whoa. So
Yeah.
when the teacher, my coach, is like, okay, Amer, the class is about to start. And I walk in. He's like, do you know who that guy is? I'm like, no. And then he pulled. Give me your phone. Let me.
Brock Lesnar?
The fighter was Vitor Belfort.
Gabriel. You're about to get married soon. Now, when you were single,
Yeah.
what type of relationship existed between men and women? So you had boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
You had a fuck friend.
Yeah.
You had a one night stand.
Yeah.
You had, oh, we're dating.
Yeah.
It's nothing official. Was there anything else?
There was yeah, well no, that's
Nothing,
that's
right?
it. Yeah.
So, apparently now there's a new type of relationship called, you ready for this?
Yeah.
A situationship.
Isn't that just like a complicated relationship?
I have no idea, but two girls have pulled that on me in the past couple of days. She's like, oh, I'm like, hey, let's go for drinks. She's like, oh, I'm in a situationship. I'm like, can we still, like, what's a situationship? So a situationship. Ask Google. I'm not even sure what's a situationship.
Okay.
From my understanding, situationship is you're dating,
Yeah.
you're showing affection to each other, but you're not committed. This is the most 2024.
Yeah. What? Hold on. So, what is a situationship? It's 2024, and I don't know what situationship is.
Yeah, tell us.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
here you go.
So, a situationship is a modern term used to describe a romantic or intimate relationship that exists without clear labels or commitment. That's so 2024.
But that's just like
It's dating.
if it's literally that, then you should be able to meet up with you still. So in their head, it's not a
Well,
situation.
here's the thing. It's exactly. So it's somewhere between a casual fling and a formal relationship that people involved may share emotional and physical intimacy, but there's often a lack of clarity or agreement about the nature or future of a relationship. So ambiguity, no commitment, mixed signals, convenience. So
This sounds like something invented by a man.
I think who is younger than like 30,
But like it was invented by a man,
who's scared of commitment.
but he didn't label it, right? He just it's just what guys do, right?
Yeah,
But
I
it was
want to you
Yeah.
and get some affection.
But women need labels, right?
Yeah,
So they labeled it.
yeah.
They created the label.
created
a
the
man is
label.
like a man would just be like, I don't care.
A woman wanted to justify the actions of a guy who's not ready to
Yes.
commit to her.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, he called it a situationship. Oh no, he's like, well, I don't know, but we do things, but it's a situationship. So
Yeah.
here's what's funny about it is that so I got maybe a couple of weeks ago, I asked a girl out.
Mhm.
It's like I'm in a situationship. I would feel weird to go out. And then a couple of days ago, she's like, I went to his house and he had tampons in his garbage and they weren't mine. I'm like, can we now? Like, what's the?
And she told you this?
Yeah, she told
so
me
was that her prompt for you to console her in the bedroom?
I don't know if I was good enough. I don't know. I'm like, anyway, she had plans or whatever.
Okay.
But I'm like, well, if it's a situationship, then why are you expecting him to not have sex with other women?
Yeah. 100%.
If he's scared to.
Also, whoever he's with,
Mm.
obviously he is more comfortable with because she has on her period.
Oh,
dropping
yeah.
dropping
I told her
bombs.
maybe the girl left the tampons there
Oh.
to mark her territory.
Yeah, maybe he's practicing putting them in
his hemorrhoids
on
or
his ass
whatever.
or something.
Yeah.
So when you come
Oh my
over,
God, what lie? Let's say, okay.
okay.
Let's say your wife Claire comes
Yeah.
in. Gabby, what is this, mate? Oi, oi, governor. Gabby, what is this? And
And-
she pulls out a condom, not a condom, a tampon in the washroom that is not hers.
Whoa, not hers.
Not hers.
I'd really try to convince her it was hers.
Okay,
I'd be
so
like,
that's your
baby, that's yours.
That's
I
your-
know your condoms or your tampons. No, but am I trying to hide something?
Yes.
Oh, so I'm trying to hide
So
something.
you're
Oh, this is
lying.
scary. Okay. Oh, I'm lying.
So that, yeah, you understand. Of course. We
Okay.
don't know why. Once, I had a girl. I was dating a girl, and we were on the sofa or whatever, and then she she put her hand in the sofa.
Yeah, in between,
creek,
yeah.
and she pulled something, and it was like a square, like a aluminum thing looking square. She's like, "Oh, is that a condom? Are you cheating on me?" And I looked, and it was the spice bag of a noodles.
That's funny. You know, like in TV shows when like something,
I swear to God,
dude, like something like that would happen, and like in the TV show, the girl would get so mad that she would leave the house and not hear an explanation. You would be like, "No, but wait," and she'd be like, "I don't want to hear it. You're a disgusting
she
monster."
was still pissed off, even though I'm like,
Oh my God.
it's the like the noodle, like,
It's like when you make ramen or some, you know, like it's all the
swear
soy.
to God. Hey, I'm like, this is TV. Like no one
Yeah.
would believe me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is so funny.
Oh, that's
It
funny.
looked fake.
Oh,
So funny.
that's hilarious.
Uh,
That's sad.
so okay, so you would say like no, I would try to convince her it's hers.
I get,
Yeah.
I get, but she would be like, I know my. She would say,
I know my pussy.
I know my. Yeah.
It's so funny. So yeah, now there's a new term. It's a
Situation.
situationship.
Do you think that the situation, the
Yeah.
guy is pissed off that he never capitalized on the situationship?
Oh, he didn't seal the deal. You mean?
You know, like you remember the situation from what's that show?
I was a
Jersey's House.
Jersey Shore.
Jersey's Shore.
Oh,
You think he's like, yo, what's all this situation going down? How come the situation isn't up
Yeah,
on the
but-
ship?
Yeah, I want to get my cut.
Yeah.
Wet my beak. You're using my name,
Yeah.
yo.
Which is such an old reference. An old
Yeah, no
nobody who watches
Yeah.
Jersey Shore is using situationship.
People who know who is the situation, they call that guy. He's my friend.
Yeah.
We're just
uh-huh.
not a situation. It's so funny because people are they're craving affection as well
Yeah.
as sex,
Mhm.
but everybody is scared to put a label on who they
Yeah.
are as a person.
Yeah.
That they invented the situationship. They're like, okay, he's my situationship.
I get a situation.
Two girls.
Okay.
Two girls like I'm in a situationship right now
Uh-huh.
because I'm dating girls,
Mhm.
right? So it's the girls who bring up.
Yeah.
If I guy, I don't know if you would tell me like if a guy would like I'm in a or a
Yeah.
guy would just.
Probably
Wait,
just
wait,
fuck
let's
you.
use another example. I don't.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm a girl
Mhm.
and like there's a guy.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a guy that I'm attracted to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, we should me.
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know if the guy will use I'm in a situationship.
Mm-mm.
Like he's like, yeah, fucking yeah.
like, yeah.
She's not my girlfriend. She's
Yeah.
my situationship. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I think girls, they're still like, oh, well, maybe this guy
Yeah.
who's me and cuddling with me.
Yeah. This
Will
seems
turn
like a
into-
very Taylor Swifty type of thing. Like, do they listen to Taylor Swift, you think? Because it seems like something, like everyone,
They're
Taylor Swift
late
uses
20s.
a new word. Everyone says.
Well, what are the origin of situationship? Is it a Taylor Swift song?
What are the origins of a situationship? I have a theory. It started with the Taylor Swift song.
Don't tell
You
ChatGPT.
need to be honest. If it's not Taylor Swift, you have to tell me.
Then why are you putting that in her
They're
mind?
very objective. Oh.
So what are the origins of the
So
term?
it said my theory is very interesting. Thank you. Wait, it's still such a long thing.
Feeding your ego.
Look how long this thing. Oh my God.
That's how I know ChatGPT is a woman, because it just give me yeah, it was in that magazine in 2023.
It emerged from a mix of involving relationships. No. But the term, man, it's telling me all this bullshit.
What are the origins of the term situationship?
Like the word dum dum.
Don't insult her. It's like the word dum-dum. The term situationship is a modern blend, blah, blah, blah. Earth's recorded use in 2006.
Whoa.
I guess it didn't
That's Jersey Shore
gain
shit.
mainstream in the mid-2010s. And then in contrast, the term dum-dum.
Just the word dum dum is from
She's like, hey,
1922. Yeah. Like the word
Yeah.
dum dum.
She's like, hey, I heard that. I heard that.
That's hilarious. Like
So
the word
I guess,
dum-dum.
okay, so I guess it just didn't gain attention until very
No.
recently. I've never heard it before.
Yeah.
I've been f***ing for 20 years.
Yeah, never heard it.
Never heard it before. It's the
Mm.
first time a girl pulled a
Mhm.
situationship. Have you ever been in a situationship?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what did you call them back then?
Spring flings.
Spring. I love the word fling.
Fling is nice.
It's my favorite. One of my favorite word is the word fling.
Yeah.
Because it has a little
It's nice.
flair. Like, oh, it was just a fling.
It's the noise your dick makes when it goes
Fling.
yeah.
It's summer fling or
summer fling.
or like, oh, I traveled.
It sounds romantic.
Yeah.
Situationship sounds chaotic.
Situationship sounds when it's a fling, you know there's an end to it because it's a fling. You're like, we live in different countries.
Yeah.
It's a summer thing. It's a fling. It's
Yeah,
beautiful. We had a
beautiful.
fling. I love flings. It's my favorite thing. I never had a situationship because I have a feeling a situationship, as I said,
Leads.
it's like someone is gonna get attached
Yeah.
more than the other person. Because if I like a girl, I'm like, you'll be my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But if I'm just having fun, it's a fling. We need to bring back. Call me conservative, but we need to bring back
fling.
friends
Yeah.
and flings.
Fling. Friends was interesting, but like you wouldn't
It's
say.
It's FF. He's my
Yeah,
FF.
FF. Yeah, back. A few of those back in the day, and then
Oh, now it's Sneaky Link.
Sneaky Link's cool.
It's not fuck friend.
I like Sneaky Link.
It's like retarded became mentally challenged.
Yeah.
Friend became
Yeah.
Sneaky Link.
Oh man, dude, so funny. I love this. I'm listening to this book. It's from it's an older book, so they use the word retarded, like just not. They're like, oh my god, he is retarded, but they're saying is like as if his hair is blonde or something. They're like, he's retarded, so he can't do this. Like, oh, he's just retarded.
Just retarded.
Like, hey, like, where's that retarded guy? That's just, and so I'm like dying of laughter. Just everything. They're like, oh, we can't depend on him. He's retarded. Like, it's just.
And they mean a man with mental.
One of the main characters has
retarded?
mental illness, but they say retarded like
retarded Jim.
No,
like Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah,
they have
retarded Jim.
Edward
Jim. Yeah, it's like retarded Randall.
Retarded Randall. Oh, that's so funny. What book are you reading?
The Stand. It's like a super long, but I'm almost done. It's like about a pandemic, and then it's like 1,000 pages, but it's good. Almost done.
Speak of recommendation, you recommended that I start watching Tubi.
Oh.
And I found it on my computer, not a computer, on my my TV. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I have Tubi. I didn't know I had Tubi.
Not bad.
It's pretty good. I watched The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Okay, yeah, you can. They have like old,
Yeah.
dude. So they're out. Netflix algorithm shows you whatever. Like what? This has so many movies, but they'll never show them to you. You need to go and find them yourself. Like you're like, did they have this movie? They have like the weirdest, obscure. They have like every movie from the 60s and 70s and the 80s. Like every single movie. But like they won't show it to you. Like you have to like do your own research. It's weird, but it's good for that shit.
Have you ever seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly?
Yeah,
It's
long time
interesting.
ago.
Like the first 15 minutes, no one talks.
No one talks at all. Yeah, it's part of a trilogy.
Yeah.
So you need.
I didn't finish it yet. It's so long.
Yeah,
I don't have time.
but I'm too long. Yeah, it's too long. What's Once Upon a Time in the West?
A Fistful of Dollars.
Yeah, Fistful of Dollars, $3 more, and The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. But from the same director.
Yeah.
I think it's the same director.
But wait, the first one is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Was it? I think it's the second one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's the
I guess
second
it's
one.
the most famous one. This
Yeah,
one
it's the biggest one. Yeah.
But what's the name of that main actor?
Clint Eastwood.
He's so hot.
Cool, eh?
My God.
Yeah.
I'm just mesmerized. His son, have you seen his son?
Oh, yeah,
Looks
yeah.
so much like him.
He's like a more jacked version of him,
Yeah,
sort of. Like
yeah.
a more Hollywooded out now. Yeah.
It's the 2024 Hollywood.
Yeah.
So he has the face with the nice
Yeah.
jawline and the beard and the hair. God damn.
Clint Eastwood rules. One thing about Clint Eastwood is why they love him as a director, because he started directing. It's because he always goes under budget every movie.
Under budget.
Under budget because he only ever does one take. All his movies. One take. Let's say you set up a scene. They do the scene. All right, that's good. He doesn't even look. He just stands next to the camera and is like, yeah, it's good. Like, we got it. And they're like, really? You want to do another one? He's like, nah, it's good.
All right.
And he wins awards and right? Like, he made crazy movies. And they're like, one shot. Two is like rare, they say.
Wow.
They love him because it's like they'll have like a giant action movie, but like they're done in 2 weeks. they're just finished.
I think I've seen Bye Baby Gone. He did the
Gone Baby Gone.
Gone
Or
Baby
no,
the boxer.
$1 Million Baby.
$1 Million Baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
that was pretty depressing as hell. Most depressing movie ever.
It's I don't remember fully.
Sad.
I call these in my mind, even if I call them like Philadelphia or Boston movies.
Yeah.
There's an air of like white sadness.
White bummer movies.
White bummer movies.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is white bummer movies.
Yeah.
There's other white, like you have Indian bummer movies. I've seen a few.
Okay.
You have European bummer movies
Yeah.
like Requiem for a Dream. For me, that's a European bummer movie
European? Why European?
because like aren't they in Spain or whatever?
No, New York City.
Really? Requiem for
It's
a
like
Dream.
Jared Leto or something.
I don't know why. I thought
Jared
they-
Leto, Marilyn Wayans.
for some reason in my mind they're I don't know why.
But
Cidade de Deus is a
Mhm.
is
Never
a
saw
Brazilian
Ah.
City of God.
Yeah,
It's
City
a
of God.
Brazilian bummer movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Like every every country has their bummer
yeah,
movies
they're sad movies.
and white bummer movies. Like anything that happens in Boston,
yeah.
it's a Wind River. What's it called?
Mystic River.
Mystic River.
That's
White bummer movie.
Clint Eastwood too.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
He's the king of white bummer movies. That and Unforgiven, which is awesome. It's a good Western movie that stars him,
Mm.
and that's just like a badass movie.
He directed himself.
Yeah.
My God, that movie must have taken 3 hours to film. Like,
He's like, I'll do it. God damn it.
all right.
You ever watch the movie Gran Torino? I think it's on Netflix. It's with Clint Eastwood. It's one
Gran
of his
Torino?
last movies that he acted in. It was like I think in 2007, and it's him. He plays like an angry Vietnam vet, like old guy.
But White Bummer? Is it a White Bummer movie?
It at the time I thought it was. It's actually one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
Accidental comedy or real comedy?
It's
That's an accidental comedy.
It's not accidental because there's a lot of jokes in it.
Okay.
It's actually so because at the time you're like this movie's so stupid, but you're watching it back, you're like this is the most like realistic movie ever because a bunch of Asian people. So he lives in this like really it was supposed to be like this really white town like in Boston, let's say, and his whole town got invaded by Asian like Filipino kind of people or whatever. Like I don't know what like
Gentrification, but with Asians.
yeah, and he's like, "What the hell is this?" And then one moved next door to him, and like this family, and he's like, he's like, gooks or whatever. He kept saying every slur you can think of in the sun is the. So the whole time you're like, "This is so stupid." You're laughing. And then there was like a scene where like this young Asian kid was getting initiated from this Asian gang.
Oh.
So he had to go inside his house, Clint Eastwood's house, to steal something. Clint Eastwood catches him, and then they work out something where they have to he has to like renovate his house or some. So they become like really good friends, like the Clint Eastwood, and
okay, so it's a friendship.
it's like a really nice, heartwarming movie.
And then he dies, I guess.
Dude, so the whole time this Asian gang is terrorizing everybody, and like, what the hell are we gonna do? And it's gotten to the point where like the Asian gang took the Asian kid's
Wow, dude,
sister.
I'm just imagining all the stereotypes. Like, all right, guys, what can we do? Oh, they have loud Supras, like Toyota Supras. Yes. All right, loud Supras. All right, yeah.
It's just all that shit.
They have like tattoos,
Yeah.
Asian tattoos. All right, Asian tattoos. What else? What else, guys? What else?
And the whole time it's Clint Eastwood. He's like, God damn it, Asian people. He's all mad. But what he does in order to get rid of all the Asian people, because at one point they took like the Asian kid's sister and they raped her, right? So it got really serious. So he's like, God damn it. He's all like, because he loves this Asian family now. He's like in their family. He's like having food with them. He's like part of the family now. He's
Having
like,
hot pot and
yeah. Yeah.
having fun.
And so he goes to the Asian the gang house, and he has a gun in his pocket, right? And then they see the gun, and they're like, yo,
They
white
pull out their
man.
ninja stars.
So, but then he pulls out his hand, but only does this. And so then all the Asian people shoot him because they think he has a gun. So, and then because of that, all the police come and they all get arrested.
Oh wow! So he
Sacrifice
sacrificed.
his life.
Oh,
God, I wish I didn't tell you that ending because that movie's
this is
awesome.
how it ended.
But he gets blown away. Like, yeah.
Ninja star.
Oh.
Chuck. What do you call that?
It's like
Chuck
yeah, nunchucks.
Nunchucks.
Benihana. They have like eggs with they're like food, like shrimp.
They throw the
Soy.
alcohol. So
Oh,
sake. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. And then at the end of the movie,
He sacrificed.
Yeah.
But there's a movie very similar to it.
yeah, there's
With
so many.
whereas again, it's an old guy. I think it's called Pluto. It's with Tom Hanks, where he lives in a street.
A
And
man called like Ralph or a man called Ovo or something.
Otto.
Or,
A man called Otto.
Otto, yeah.
Same
Yeah.
premise.
Mhm.
Old man.
Yeah.
And he wants to kill himself.
Yeah.
That's all. He's planning to kill himself. He's working on
Mhm.
it. He's like, he drills the thing, and then a family moves
Yeah, a
in.
bunch of
And he's like,
Puerto Ricans.
and Puerto Ricans, exactly. And he's like, "Well," he's just getting angry,
Yeah.
criticize everything, and he ends up befriending the
Best friends.
become,
Yeah.
and then he dies, and then he leaves. I think money for the
Oh,
family.
that's nice. See, that's good that they die.
It's good that old people die and
The
leave.
one good thing, the one funny thing about Gran Torino is the whole movie is about him building up his car, the Gran Torino, and
Who?
Clint Eastwood.
Oh, okay, that's why it's called Gran
Yeah,
Torino.
and at the end of the movie, the Asian kid gets the car,
Yeah.
so he's driving it.
and he lowers
yeah, he lowers it, puts neon.
puts neon lights.
But as he's driving it, the credits roll, and then all of a sudden you hear a song, and it's Clint Eastwood singing the
No
song.
way.
He's like, "You're my one true love, my Gran Torino."
Oh my god!
And you're like, this. So you,
This
he's 100% involved in every aspect of this part of the
And
movie.
he's like, I'll sing it.
yeah, I'll sing it.
Oh my! We got it. Let's go.
Dude, Clint Eastwood's a lunatic. And so he's so when Mel Gibson, this is how you know Clint Eastwood, like, he just winged filmmaking, because Mel Gibson got hired to direct his first movie. I forget which one. I think it might have been Braveheart. His
Whoa.
first movie ever directed was Braveheart. So think of that.
Mel Gibson.
Mel
directed
Gibson directed
Brave-
himself in Braveheart and the whole movie.
Okay.
And he was shitting his pants. He
No, he didn't.
He did. He won
Really?
the Academy Award.
Whoa.
He wrote it, directed
Oh
it.
yeah, I'm thinking about something else. Okay,
He
yeah.
even edited the movie, and he was obsessed. I saw the whole doc. I was like, what? And the whole time Mel Gibson was like, God damn, like, what the hell am I doing? Like I don't know how to direct. I've never directed ever. So he went to Clint Eastwood, and Clint Eastwood was like, you've been around cameras enough. Like, you see them. It's not that hard. And then he's like, okay. And he did. He's like, oh, it was true. It's quite easy.
And he won an Academy Award.
Yeah, because
Dude, let's just make a movie.
I don't think dude, movies. Think of all the famous comedians.
Yeah.
Most of them aren't making movies because
No.
they cost so much money.
Yes.
Like, Tom
But what
Stewart-
if we do everything ourselves? Get
Yeah.
Joel. He'll be the tripod. He'll hold the camera.
Sure. If we could make like a vertical movie, we could easily.
What's a vertical movie?
like like TikTok, like in 10-minute movie or 5.
Yeah, it would be a 10-minute movie. I'm not gonna make longer than 10 minutes. Story, beginning, middle, end.
Yeah. Make a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy. Probably easy enough. We'll get like Shematon to sponsor it.
Yeah. You're like, you know what could save this? A delicious hot dog. A delicious hot dog from Shematant. And he's like, I'm becoming the hangry guy. Like, no, we gotta save the city from the hangry guy. Rah, he's walking around. Give me free food.
Dude, I'm learning to harness my my what's it called? My personality a little more.
Yeah.
So I got invited. So I got invited to like this pizza opening. It was next to my house. There was like this pizza place, Pizza Roman. It's like this like such a good. It's like a sliced pizza slice, but it's you know Roman pizza. It's
Yes.
like the square slices, nice crunch, thicker. It's really good. So I go, all these dumbass influencers there, including me. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, this is stupid.
So it was like influencers night.
Big time. It was during the day. It was like from 12 to like 7. So I went for lunch with my brother and Claire.
Yeah.
And there's like this chair that's like this photo op chair. You know, you sit down, and it has like in neon lights the name of the restaurant, and all these girls are like, ha ha ha. And it's a long chair, right, with pillows. You know what? Instead of sitting, you know what I do?
Yeah, you lie down.
I lie down and I go like this, and I close my. Everyone is like, bah, taking photos. They're like, what? I was like, all I did was lie down, and they're like, this is. Bro, anytime you want pizza, come here. You're crazy, man. And I'm like, yep. Just lie down.
Yeah, you're funny.
But it's so funny. Like the most small.
Yeah, because they're all trying to repeat a formula
Yeah.
that worked, and you're like, oh, I'm going
Just
to do
lie
slightly
down.
different. And they're like, whoa.
crazy. Dude, you should get on the food game, man.
Me? No.
Yeah.
No, listen, no one wants to see this eat. This, when I eat, it's disturbing.
Maybe you can feed someone else. Like yeah, we can feed each other.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening. If you like comedy, come to our Club at Water show happening Friday, November 29th.
29th.
The ticket link is in our link tree on Instagram. Use discount code Atwater, save $5. We want you all guys there. It's going to be a very good show. We have Hadi Kuba closing out the show. It's hot, 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 hot. Very funny guy.
Huddy.
And yeah, guys, we love you. I love you, Eugene. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Gabriel's ass bleached brighter than heaven.